Yes, guys, GRP back in the house. Myself, Larry Olabamiro. And
Mr. L Rock.
yeah.
No Damien Ashley.
No Damien Ashley today.
Busy combing his hair or something. You know what I mean?
But he'll be back with us on the next one. Don't worry about that. But yeah, man, as always, we're gym rats and actors, giving you our perspective on everything entertainment, especially movies and TVs. TV. And yeah, we've got a couple of show reviews that we want to do today. And the first one is going to be episode 7 of The Boys.
But before that, please press a like. Please subscribe if you ain't. If you don't want to subscribe, press a like. You know, and also look out for our after hours edition.
Yep.
You'll start seeing that come up very regularly. Also, in conjunction.
Yes.
But yes, without further ado, The Boys.
The Boys.
Now I didn't see this one.
Yeah,
Have you seen this one?
I've seen it. He doesn't mind being spoiled. This is a spoiler review, by the way, guys. So, you know,
Spoiler things.
don't want to be spoiled. Go away and watch it and come back to the channel and hear my voice on it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we pick up
After the orgy.
Yeah. The aftermath of all that.
Aftermath, yeah.
So let's go to A-Train first, because A-Train's literally having a heart attack on the floor after he finally dealt with Blue Hawk.
Yeah.
As he should have, right? So A-Train wakes up in hospital, and the assistant, what's the assistant's name? The ginger haired woman.
Oh.
Yeah,
her.
My missus always remembers the name. But
ginger haired woman.
Yeah, but you know who we're talking about. She's the new, anyway. So he's in a hospital bed and she wakes him up and she was like, it was disgusting how Soldier Boy killed Blue Hawk, innit? And you tried to save him, like, they're spinning it. Do you know what I mean? And then he was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then and then she goes, you're okay chatting shit about Starlight, yeah? And then, because remember, Starlight's gone against him now. And he was like, yeah. And then she was like, and it was fine. It was that just happened just as you and Blue Hawk were back to reconcile your differences. And he was like, huh? And he goes, yeah, and that's why we've given Blue Hawk your heart.
Oh no.
So she goes, you can start running again. You've got no heart disease now. I was like,
so where's his heart?
Obviously he's got a heart transplant. That's a heart transplant.
Oh, okay,
he's had a heart transplant.
Oh.
And I thought to myself, that reminds me, it was a reversal of the film, it was years ago. Don't even remember it. It's an early Denzel film with Bob Hoskins, where Denzel dies and Bob Hoskins gets his heart.
Okay.
It is a reversal of that.
Right,
do you know what I mean?
Right,
and there was a little racial connotations there as well. It was really funny. If you guys remember that film, please leave a comment down below and let us know what the film was. Because I can't remember. But yeah, it was like a reversal of that. So, and then she starts being like, yeah, we're going to make a new film about you. And, you were a gangbanger from slinging that yay-ho. That's what she was saying, And then some guy, probably thinking Tom Hanks, comes and coaches you, shows you the more civilized way. And he was like, no, my brother was always my coach. She goes, no, I'm not doing that. She's all like, I hate her character. I was never a fan of her character, but in a good way. But her character really sucks now, in a good way. In terms of, that's what the character's supposed to be. She's turned really dark now, right? Now that she's, gone up in the world. So that was that situation.
Yeah. Keep talking.
So, Mindstorm is the next on the list for Soldier Boy, Huey, and Billy Butcher. So they're off to find Mindstorm. Now, his powers is obviously scrambling people's minds and leaving them in a coma until they dehydrate, apparently. So, they find him in the woods, but he manages. So Soldier Boy lets them know beforehand that they shouldn't look at him in the eyes because that's how he's able to exert his power. So he manages to look Billy Butcher in the eyes, and Billy Butcher falls into this coma. Right, he sets a bomb trap and he blows everything up and he escapes in the explosion. So Soldier Boy lets them know that Billy's gonna die now, basically, of dehydration. So Huey was like, no, let's just find him and get him to reverse it. And he was like, no, we're killing him. And Soldier Boy, so I think that was the first time Huey started to realize maybe we have got someone just as bad as Homelander.
Yeah.
And
in Soldier Boy. Yeah.
So they try to track down they do track down Mindstorm to a place. They both find him, but Huey quickly teleports him back to Billy Butcher. And obviously he's like, wow, we're naked.
That again.
Yeah.
That's
and he was
mad.
like, look, I've had enough of all of this. He's literally had enough of all of this. I want you to wake up my friend, and then I'll transport you anywhere you want to go, and I won't tell no one. And then the guy was like, I've been in his mind, and his mind is messed up.
Scrambled.
And I'm going to go into that in a bit, because that was a big chunk of the film.
Okay.
So, so we'll leave that part there. We'll go into... So a big part of the film was what Billy Butcher was thinking of in his mind while he was in a coma.
Yeah.
And it went back to his childhood and explained a lot of things that we didn't really know that was brought up with his dad.
Right.
So his dad basically used to abuse the hell out of him and his brother Lenny. Billy obviously took on some traits and started hitting the teacher at school, and his dad praised him, bought him a beer, and was telling his brother, you're a puff, you need to be more like your brother, blah, blah, blah. And then Billy Butcher got to the point where, I think it was 17 or 18, he just couldn't take anymore. So he left to go to the army. And his brother Lenny was like, why are you leaving me alone with him? Take me with you. And he was like, I can't, I'll come and visit you, rare. And in the end, he didn't come. And Lenny ends up taking his life.
Okay.
Because he just keeps getting bullied all the time by his dad.
Yeah.
And so that explains remember in the previous season when he met his dad, and his dad said, well, it was your fault, you abandoned him. You know what I mean? That explains what he meant. Do you know what I mean? It was a really sad scene, actually. It was really emotional. Because obviously we have brothers, and do you know what I mean? It was one of them ones. But that kept going, and then they showed a lot of times when his dad is beating them or beating someone, and then it comes intercedes with Billy Butcher beating someone, either a soup or wherever, and he starts to realize, because he can see all of this play out, in his mind, and he starts to realize that he's more of his dad than he actually realizes. Not for the better either. Do you know what I mean? This is why he's the way he is. So that was a really good introspective sort of thing about Billy Butcher in that episode. So at the end of that anyway, this is why Mindstorm says, I've been inside his mind's fucked. So he said, look, please just help me, blah, blah, blah. And then in that dream phase, Lenny, before he kills himself, was actually talking to the adult Billy Butcher, and he says, listen, you're going to get Huey killed. The one guy who is trying to bring you to a good place, and you've taken him to your level now, and you're going to get him killed.
Right.
And it will happen. And then he shoots himself because it plays out again, right? Billy Butcher comes out of it. The guy, Mindstorm takes Billy Butcher out of the coma. But as soon as he does that, Huey goes to him, I'll take you anywhere you want to go now. And he gets a knife in his eye, in his brain, by Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy's tracked him down, and he's killed him. And then Soldier Boy's then punched Huey in the face. Yeah. Which, obviously, if he didn't have powers, his face would be all caved in. Yeah. So obviously Billy Butcher's looking to fend him, innit? So his eyes have lit up, about to throw some lasers. Yeah. But Soldier Boy's calmed down, because obviously Billy Butcher's now as strong as him. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? With powers. So there's that part. I'll go into that a little bit later on. Then Frenchie and Kamiko, they come to MM, because remember they got messed up by Nina or whatever. Yeah. Right? And Kamiko, remember how Kamiko was always like, I don't want these powers suck, they make me evil, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. A lot of crap. Yeah. But anyway, because I had them powers, but I ain't never giving that up. But anyway, I'm sure it's the same with you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Banbury, I'm Homelander. You better believe it.
But now, because she was useless in that fight, because she could have bodied all of them.
Yeah.
Like, but she was getting broke up.
Yeah.
Right? She realizes now that she needs compound V. So she had this prepared written thing on her phone. So she asked Starlight, like on the phone, like to get a compound V again. And she was like, I can't do that. It's not even easy for me to do because they're after me now as well. So she let her read the thing that she wrote.
Yeah.
And then she was like, okay, I'll go and get it. And she let Frenchie read that as well.
Right.
Because Frenchie was like, I don't want you to get compound V again. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she was like, last time, it wasn't a choice. But this time, it's my choice.
Right.
So it's cool. So anyway, Starlight comes back with the thing, and she pumps it up her, and she's got superpowers again, right?
Right.
So in the meantime, after they've killed Mindstorm, Soldier Boy, Huey, and Billy Butcher go back to that Legends house. Who's actually, do you know who he is?
No.
And he's so unrecognizable now.
Who?
Paul Reiser.
Who's Paul Reiser?
Paul Reiser is the guy from Beverly Hills Cop, the one who's Axel's friend, and 1 and 2, driving the Porsche.
Yeah, driving, and he matches it up.
Yeah, it's actually him.
Oh, is that him?
It's actually, he looks
wow.
so different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was always a fan of Paul Reiser's actually. But
yeah, he was in a lot back then.
Back then,
he was killing it.
He was killing it, bro. But so yeah, Billy Butcher's coming to see them, and then they're wondering because they're buying Soldier Boy loads of weed and whatnot to just mellow him out. You know what I mean? Because obviously they know he's got PTSD, and they go, where is he? And they go down to his bedroom, the Legend's bedroom, and he's there trying to shag two old birds who's the cleaner. It just doesn't get
Wow.
I'll go back to the Mindstorm because something happened as he was killing Mindstorm. I'll go back to that in a minute, right? So Starlight, when she goes to get the compound V for Kimiko, sees Homelander. And then Homelander's like, right, you're gonna go back and you're gonna retort everything you said about me and the company. Yeah. Otherwise, you know, you're gonna get hurt.
It's curtains, mate.
But she was smart. So and then he said, oh, and then I'll do what I said, which is kill Huey. And she was recording him all the time for her Instagram.
Right.
And he was like, oh, he tried to switch it, but he's pissed now. You know what I mean?
Oh, he clocked her.
Yeah, she let him know.
Oh,
because he said to her, the only reason why you're alive right now is because of your popularity. So she was like, well, talk to all my millions of followers. And he was like,
live.
Yeah. And then he was like, oh, you shouldn't be taping us while we're running lines. You know, they're giving that little look.
Okay.
So, let me just see if I'm missing anything else. We'll just go through a quick gist of it anyway. All right. So as, Soldier Boy, as he was just about to kill, so he threw the knife in his head, went on the floor, he was about to kill him with his shield. Mindstorm told him some things, right? Billy Butcher said, what did he tell you? And he killed him. And he goes, nothing. He walked off. But we find out at the end what he told him, because guess who calls Homelander?
Who?
Soldier Boy.
Oh.
And he goes, we need to talk. He mentions a date that he was asked by Vogelbaum, the scientist, to beat his meat into a cup to give a sperm sample, basically, And then it turns out he is Homelander's father.
Oh, God.
So I think now he's not on fighting Homelander, because then he said, at the end of that, he said, the thing is, if they'd have kept me around, I would have given you the spotlight. Who wouldn't want that for his son? Oh. And that's where they ended it.
Okay.
So you can see this deal now between him, Butcher, and Huey is going to go sour.
Yeah.
That's going to go sour now. So I'm really looking forward to what happening. Maeve is still alive.
Yeah.
He's got her trapped under guard somewhere. Homelander.
Oh, yeah.
And he wants to harvest her eggs. Because he wants to make like super people.
Super babies.
You know what I mean? With her.
Yeah.
And so there's that. And so Starlight, as she gets the compound V, she also sees the green stuff, the temporary V. Right. Remember, that's experimental.
Oh yeah.
So she sees all the notes on it, and it shows that after about 5 to 7 doses, your brain is gone,
fried.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
And so she rings up Billy Butcher. And
Yeah,
she was like,
Billy on that.
I'm swear he's done about 5.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He's got to
have done. Yeah. So she rings him up. Because remember, they keep touching their ears and they seen all this green stuff come out. Remember?
Yeah.
So she phones up Billy Butcher. No, she phones up Huey and Billy Butcher's got the phone. And she was like, listen, you need to tell him because all your brains, how many doses have you had? Your brains are going to get fried. And he's like, okay, I'll tell him. She goes, well, I'm going to keep calling until I know that you've told him. And he puts the phone down. And then Huey comes in, and it looked like he was about to tell him. And then he just goes, nah, we're going to go get some more. That was what you had to tell him. And he was like, cool. So he hasn't told him.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, yeah, that was pretty much the end of the episode, which I thought it was a different sort of episode, but it was just as good as all the others.
Yeah.
And that twist at the end, having Homelander, the son of Soldier Boy, is this is the one.
So he's mixed race, yeah.
No.
Who?
They're both white.
Yeah, I know. But
what do you mean?
Who's Soldier Boy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't know.
This is the one comic superhero show based on a comic book that I think has actually outdone the comic book.
Okay.
Because they've had to adapt. Because again, Soldier Boy and Homelander in the comics are not related at all. And in fact, Soldier Boy is supposed to be a lot weaker than Homelander, and Homelander sleeps with him to allow him to become part of the Seven.
Right.
But I think what they've done now is much more compelling.
Yeah.
And
the link's stronger. It just makes more sense.
Right. And it's going to be
more stakes.
Much more stakes.
Yeah.
And now that they've done that, and it looks like they're going to try and switch sides.
Yeah.
Are they going to have Homelander and Soldier Boy against the world?
Oh Lord.
Or because they're both so fucked up, is Homelander going to be like, no, I still only want to be the only one, and end up? Do you know what I mean? Who knows? But this is what makes the boy so great. So I'm looking forward to episode 8. Man.
Yeah, my son's loving it. But by the way,
Zach, yeah.
No, Kennedy.
Oh, Kennedy.
Zach can't watch the boys.
Oh, yeah, he can't. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he can't watch it. He's too young. But it's for me, it's the best thing on TV right now. It's the best thing on TV, and can't wait for episode 8, and I can't wait for you to see episode 7.
There you go.
Yep. So guys, what did you think of episode 7 of The Boys? Leave some comments down below and let us know what you think, please, yeah?